If you're a leader right now, you're standing over the most important putt of the year. And the green is breaking very hard. You know, we're 6 weeks from 2026. In October alone, 153,000 jobs were cut, the highest in 22 years. Tariffs, the economy are uncertain, the holidays are coming. We don't know what to expect. Your team, they're watching you right now. They've seen you lay off all those people, and they're looking to see your confidence. Are you panicking right now? They don't trust you for sure. This is not a time for you to three-putt. And today, I'm going to cover with you how you can read the greens when the stakes are high. Let me show you the real numbers and why the next 6 weeks will define your 2026. Hi, I'm Miles Threat. Thank you for joining me for Legacy Leaders Lounge today. I help operations, supply chain, and manufacturing leaders build adaptive, high-performing teams that deliver results, even in the midst of the chaos. So here's what's really happening right now. I told you about those 153,000 jobs that were cut in October. And that's the highest in 22 years. The first 10 months of 2025, we saw 1.1 million jobs cut. That's up from 65% from 2024. So real changes. So if you, like me, got laid off, you just happen to be one of the numbers. It's the situation we're in right now. I know it sucks, but don't lose complete heart at this moment. And guess what? If you're still leading a team right now, they're hearing this, they're knowing this if they're really paying attention to the marketplace. And they're scared, and they're watching you. You, that leader that's listening right now, they are watching you. They don't trust you right now, especially if you lay people off. But if they're seeing all these layoffs and you didn't lay anybody off, they're scared. They're watching you still. And their level of trust, it's not where it used to be. Now, despite all this tariff noise, and there's just our U.S. imports are up 10%. Our trade deficit hit $78.3 billion in July. And that was up $59 billion from June. But here's the truth, this tariff stuff is more bark than bite right now for some businesses out there. For others, yeah, it's hurting. And you're feeling it. Some of you made some dumb decisions because of it. But the fear, that's real. That's real for everyone. And you know what that fear is doing? It's paralyzing some of you. Now, as far as the economy is concerned, GDP growth right now is down 0.5 point. And it's really just due because of this tariff stuff and the retaliation that we're seeing between the U.S. and other countries because of these tariff wars that we're experiencing. Exports, they're down by 16%. And guess what? We all have to start doing more with less. That's going to be tough. Yeah, I worked in the nonprofit world for 13 years. Part of working in the nonprofit world is you learn to do more with less. Not always fun. Definitely not easy. And some of you are going to start experiencing and feel that pressure. Some of you I know are experiencing it right now. I've reached out to some leaders, and hey, it didn't take but a day or two after the layoffs. They're experiencing it. Yes, workload definitely doubled or tripled in some places. And on top of this, it's the holiday season. And your team, they have checked out. One, if you laid off some people, they don't trust you anyway. And some of them are out there wondering, maybe I better go look for another job. Probably already looking for another job. Maybe picking up an extra job just to be on the safe side. Either way, with the holidays coming, they've checked out. They're thinking about what they're going to do for Thanksgiving, how they're going to spend their time with their family, and they're trying to plan for Christmas and get ready for that. We've got supply chain hiccups. You got holiday hiring going on. And then for everyone, you got that end of the year fatigue. It doesn't matter. I experience this almost every year coming into the end of the year and looking forward to the holiday season and having some downtime and strategically planning to have downtime. So if you're feeling that fatigue right now, for a lot of you, it's just going to increase because your workload's increasing. But right now, this is where momentum shifts or you just die. But here's what nobody's saying. It's in these moments right now that legacy is really built. See, others might retreat, but you can lean in, really lean into this. Hey, these layoffs, it's a tragedy. I know it sucks, man. It's bad because, hey, it's holiday season and you've been let go. I'm feeling the pressure. I get it. But it's a great test. Will you anchor or drift? Will you go after your dream? Or are you going to hide under the covers? Or just settle? Settle for anything that comes along. The leaders I work with and coach, they like to win. And in moments like this, when they're being tested, do they not experience fear? Oh yeah, they do. Do they not have concerns? Yeah, they got some massive concerns. But the one thing that we work on in this moment right now is how are you going to take action? You're not going to wait around for stable conditions. They may never come. You act. You keep the momentum going in your favor. And here's the question. Are you reading the green right now? Or are you frozen by the headlines? Are you looking for some guidance in the midst of all this chaos? Go grab your copy of The Adaptive Edge, Leading with Purpose in Turbulent Times. There's a link in the description below where you can order it off of Amazon today. Here are 3 ways you can misread those greens right now. First one is you let these headlines paralyze you. Yeah, you need to pay attention to the marketplace and to the news. Yes, I get that. You need to stay up to date. Okay? I'm not saying stick your head in the ground. Everything that you're hearing, the layoffs, the tariffs, yes, it's real. Some of it's bad, super bad. But those imports, they're still up by 10%. Businesses are learning to adapt. Are you learning to adapt right now? The fear factor, that should be your biggest concern. It's the most dangerous thing facing you and any leader right now. So you got to stop letting these headlines paralyze you. The real issue is how are you going to pivot and not just react to the policies. The second mistake you need to be aware of is over-communicating anxiety. Sharing every fear and worst case scenario with your team, that ain't gonna work right now. It's okay to be authentic and be honest about some of your concerns, but you don't need to let it consume you. Your people don't need a play-by-play of the stress. What they need right now is a plan. Even if it's incomplete, and you can even admit, hey, this is the best next few steps that I see we need to take right now. And as you take them, you can pivot and move with them. See, the biggest risk in these tariffs is inertia. It's being stuck. And there's no all clear signal in sight right now. The moment you wait is the moment you lose ground to your legacy. And waiting for that perfect condition is the third mistake you can make. You'll make the decision when it settles down. That green is, that brake's still in that green. It's still braking. You got to make the putt right now. And your goal is to get out of here with a 2-putt. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll nail it the first time. But the only way you're going to be able to get out of this is to make that putt. Read that green. Make your stroke. See, adaptive leaders, they're not afraid to act with incomplete information. They know that's part of the game, and they're willing to take action. So if any of those are your mistakes right now, what's the right move? Let me give you the framework that works in these high pressure situations. So that framework is my DAP model. The 5 steps for make or break moments for you that will carry you into 2026. That first step is awareness. What's actually happening? Not what you fear is happening right now. Yeah, I know. 153,000 people were laid off in October. 1.1 million this year alone at this point. Tariffs, you're still trying to figure them out. Economy, yeah, it's uncertain. But don't let the fear control you. Get clear about what actually really is happening right now. You got to separate the facts from the anxiety that you're dealing with. The question you really need to ask is, what do I know for certain right now? Get the answer to that question first. And momentum is the key. Momentum is more important than perfect conditions. You gotta keep moving forward. The next step is decisions. Just make one clear decision today. Don't wait. Make it today. Don't try to solve everything. Just solve the very next thing that you see in your path. You can't solve every problem right now. You got to put out that fire that's right in front of you so you can make that step. That next step is just your first plan is not going to be perfect. And guess what? That's okay. Adaptive leaders, they know how to course correct and they can do it fast. When you're thinking about the business environment, hey, imports are still up. Businesses are adjusting right now. The question you really need to be asking right now is, what feedback am I getting and what changes need to be made? You really need to make those changes. You need to listen to that feedback. It's time for you to make those adjustments. The fourth step is all about performance. Your team, they're watching your energy. And if you can be calm and focused, they will be too. Because performance under pressure, it can get very contagious. The economy's shaky. I know, good. Because that's when the real leaders show up. When things wobble, good. When problems occur, good. When things don't go your way, good. When you make a bad decision, good. You can either anchor or drift right now. And the thing I tell my clients in this moment is you are a thermostat. You set the temperature for the room. You don't let the room set. You don't let the environment, the situation determine the temperature. You be the thermostat and you set the temperature. And it's time for some of you to turn the temperature up a little bit, get your ass in gear, and lead. Final point is trust. And this is going to be a tough one for some of you. Because some of you, you broke a lot of trust. You hurt a lot of people. And nobody trusts you right now. And you have a choice. You work on building that trust back, or you keep losing your credibility. You got to be a little bit more transparent, and you got to follow through the things that you said you're going to do. Even if it's hard. You got to own up to your own damn mistakes. See, trust, you can build it back in the midst of this uncertainty. Even when it's hard, you like to put in little pieces of trust. It ain't going to be the big stuff. It's going to be the little things right now. And if you're one of those people laid off a bunch of people, your people are going to be wondering when they're going to be next. And you got to give them some hope. Some real hope. Honest to goodness hope. Not fake lies. Maybe you want one of those industries that laid people off. But they know their friends and family have been laid off. And they need some reassurance right now. They need to know you're not going to abandon them. And the question you need to be asking yourself, am I keeping my word right now? Really and truly, it's all you got. You better be keeping it. And if you got to work on rebuilding trust right now, it's a little daily deposits. It's the small things. Following other people, checking on how they're doing. Knowing what's going on in their life. And remembering it and checking on them. It's going to be the little things over time. And it's going to take a lot of time for some of you. But you got to do the small, little things over a consistent time period to rebuild it back. And here's the truth of it all. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a framework or a model that will work for you while you're under the pressure. And the data, everything that we're hearing right now, says that pressure is real. And my DAP model will work for you under that pressure you're feeling. The things that you do in the next 6 weeks, they're going to really matter a lot. Your team, they're going to remember how you led through these moments. And the new year for you is starting right now. It's not on January the 1st. It's right now. It's already started. And if you want to be one of those leaders who wins right now, you need to be that leader that stays adaptive while everybody else is freezing up. I know. We saw the biggest job cuts happen in October than we've seen in 22 years. So this ain't theory. This is reality. This is real shit. And here's the opportunity. You can either retreat or you can lean in. And some of you might be thinking that it's insensitive for me to be talking about opportunities in the midst of all these layoffs. Hey, I got laid off myself, so I know how most of you are feeling. And I'm not celebrating people losing their jobs. I was actually kind of celebrating that I did lose mine because it gave me time to work on building my own dream. That's the way I look at it. Does it still not mean I get upset and mad and pissed off at times? Yes, I do. Does it not mean I get emotional, get fearful at times? Yes, I do. I was attached to that golden handcuff just like so many of you are. But the one thing I really want to point out to you, whether you're that person that got laid off or you're that leader that made that choice to lay people off, it's in these moments, in the midst of all this chaos and these disruptions, that real legacies are defined and made. So you have a choice. Wherever you fell in this spectrum right now, your choice is you can either build your legacy or you can curl up and freeze up and die. Because that's what's going to happen. If you don't do something, you're going to drift or die. And for me, I'm not going to drift or die at all. I'm going to take some action, even if I fuck up along the way. Yes, I'm going to screw up sometimes. I'm going to make some mistakes. But I can't sit around and wait for stability. Because guess what? It may never come. I have a choice. Act now and define my 2026. You have a choice. Act now and define your 2026. And here's my challenge to you this week. Pick one of the adapt steps and apply it. Have one honest conversation with your team, your family member, your wife, your significant other, whoever it might be, about what's real and what you fear right now. And make that one decision that you've been avoiding. It's time for you to take some action. And if you want help reading the green for your team, I've got something for you. I'm opening up 3 coaching spots at a special founders rate for those leaders who are ready to invest now. You're that leader who wants to dominate your 2026. There's a link in the description below for your free strategy call. Let's make 2026 your best year. The green, it's breaking. The data, it's real. You made the read. It's time for you to trust your stroke and follow through. I'm Miles Threat. Thank you for joining me for Legacy Leaders Lounge today, and I'll see you in the next episode.